So, we're going to make ANZAC biscuits this morning, and I have got all the ingredients ready. As you can see, what I can always tell you, get your mise en place organised. The recipe I have got today is from taste.com.au, a really good go-to spot for good Australian ingredient recipes. This recipe starts with very simple 1 cup of plain flour, 1 cup of desiccated coconut, and 1 cup of oats. Give them a little mixeroo and get all that stuff mixing together. Beautiful. Well, while that is sitting there, I'm going to put 125 grams of butter in this jug. But you don't have to use the microwave at home if you don't want to. You can do it in a saucepan. Plus, I'm going to put in the 2 tablespoons of golden syrup. You've got to have golden syrup in your ANZAC biscuits. It's an essential flavour. There are lots of schools of thought on ANZAC biscuits. It's very controversial. Some people like chewy, some people like crispy. I have found if you want them crispy, instead of using all white sugar, use some brown sugar. So 3/4 cup of sugar, you could put in half a cup of white sugar and 1/4 cup of brown sugar. If you want them super crispy, you can put in all brown sugar, but you have to be really careful because it can burn. Now I'm just going to pop this in the microwave. I'm going to give it 30 seconds and see how melty the butter is. Now that has to melt completely because you need to add that to your wet ingredients. I'm going to pop the kettle back on. And you have another ingredient that's really important in ANZAC biscuits, and that is bicarb soda. And it is part of the chemical reaction, and it works with the golden syrup, and it also gives some rising to the biscuits. Not that you want them super bright. I forgot to add the sugar. 3/4 cup. I'm just using white sugar today, so we are going to have not super crispy ANZAC biscuits, but they're not going to be chewy either. And these are a special gift to the camera crew.
Oh no, I won't show myself. I'll stay anonymous.
Nah, tablespoon of hot water over our bicarb soda and it'll bubble up, but that's good. And you probably can't see that, but you all know that the bicarb soda will bubble up. And I'm going to mix that with the melted butter and golden syrup. Not quite melted, probably only needs, well, I gave it 30 seconds, so it probably only needs about another 20. So I'll just mix the sugar, the oats, desiccated coconut and the flour. Now the recipe that I've chosen actually has some lemon zest in it. But I forgot to bring lemons today, so it's not going to have any lemon zest in it. I don't think the traditional ANZAC biscuit had lemon zest in it, but quite honestly, it is really nice. It adds a lovely flavour profile. So if you have got plenty of lemons at home, follow the recipe and use the lemon zest. Okay, the butter and the golden syrup are all melted. I'll give that a stir. I'm going to add the bicarb soda and the boiling water. And look at that. Look at that lovely, foamy, frothy thing. That's a chemical reaction. And all that carbon dioxide is being made in that mixture. And that's going to go into our dry ingredients. And that basically is all you need to make ANZAC biscuits. And it really helps to have all your ingredients ready to go when you start to make them. And it would make, this recipe says it makes 2 dozen. And I use a tablespoon. If I tip that like that, can you see the mixture coming together? Oh, good. Cameraman says yes, so yeah, that's a good sign. And I want all the dry ingredients to be moistened with the butter and the golden syrup and that little bit of boiling water. Okay, that's ready to go. So I'll clear that up. And part of getting organised is to have your baking trays ready. I have two to start with. And I'll just check that my oven is on the right temperature. I'll double check this recipe and see. They suggest 180 degrees C or 160 for fan force. We have fan force ovens here in Home Ec, so you know that. I'm going to use 160 because 160 is super, with that fan it's super hot. So be very careful. They can burn quite easily if you don't check your oven temperature. So if you have a fan forced oven at home, I recommend 160 degrees. If you've just got a regular oven, 180 will be fine, but no hotter. Now, I always use a tablespoon, and that is the size of my biscuit. Comes out quite easily. Make it into a little ball. And they will spread a little bit, so I tend to only put about 6 on a tray at a time. So find something that you can get a nice regular shape, because you know me, I like detail. So I use the tablespoon measure and pop it on the tray and give them a little bit of room. And they should be fine. I think we might pause now until these are ready to go in the oven, because it will be boring just watching me make them.
That could be fun. I don't know. Alright, see you later, guys.
So now I've done that little bit, and that's as far apart as you need to have them. And then they're ready to go in the oven. So next time you see them, they'll be crispy ANZAC biscuits. See you soon. Okay, timer's gone off, so I'm going to take these out. There you go, how's that? So they spread out nicely without touching each other. Another little tray. And what I do, that's why I've got this thing to get them out, but also give them a little flatten. The tradition of ANZAC biscuit continues. I have a son-in-law in the Australian Air Force, so every year I make him ANZAC biscuits. And usually I make them with my granddaughter, but this year's a little different, as you all know. So I've made them and we'll drop them off at their house. See how they look a little bit puffy? Well, this little piece of equipment is going to be just what we need to flatten them. I just do that. How's that? How easy is that? And down they go. And there's our ANZAC biscuits, all done. Enjoy.
Beautiful.